Okay, 2.1, call to order. I'll call the California Military Institute regular board meeting to order at 2:23. Or 5:23. I'm sorry. The eyes are worse than I thought. I am going to ask for a roll call to determine a quorum. Trustee Anaya?
Here.
Thank you. Trustee Stafford?
Here.
Thank you. Trustee Hall? Here. Thank you. Trustee Garcia?
Here.
Thank you. And Trustee Campos here. We have established a quorum. 3.1, invitation to address the Board of Trustees on closed session items only. Are there any public comments on closed session?
No.
Thank you. 4.1, adjourn to closed session. Do I have a motion to adjourn to closed session?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Trustee Hall, upon a vote. Oh, sorry.
We need to go for a second.
Please vote. Yeah. Upon a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. We are adjourning to closed session at 5:24. Okay, 5.1, the regular board meeting of the California Military Institute is reconvening at 5:58. 6.1, revision, adoption, ordering of agenda for May 21st, 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Please vote. On a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Oral report, 7.1, report out of closed session.
No report of closed session for CMI, President Campos.
Thank you, Dr. Rouse. 7.2, student representative to the Board of Trustees.
Good afternoon. I'm Cadet Captain Santiago Frias.
It's all good.
And today, I'll be going over the April to early May events and activities. Moving along the presentation, the first thing I'll be talking about is the grade 10 AVID student field trip. On April 9th, our 10th grade AVID students went on an informational field trip to California Baptist University, where they explored various academic majors and learned about campus life and the wide range of student activities available there. Now, I'll be talking about the Dress for Success. On April 10th, AVID hosted its Dress for Success event, where students learned important skills for professional interviews and were evaluated on their mannerisms, body language, and overall presentation. Moving on, I'll be talking about the Scholastic Book Fair. From April 14th to the 17th, the Scholastic Book Fair was open during high school and middle school lunch, with special hours during open house. Students had the chance to explore new books and find something exciting to take home. The next thing I'll be talking about is the open house. On April 17th, during open house, we kicked off the evening with a vibrant performance in the gym, featuring the color guard, cheer team, Go dancers, and an exhibition drill team. Guests also enjoyed delicious food trucks and a group of our very own CMI cadets playing live music. This created a festive and welcoming atmosphere for all parents. Now, on the same day of the open house, we also had a professional interview day. On April 17th, during professional interview day, cadets participated in mock interviews with representatives from real companies, gaining valuable experience and insights into the professional world. Now, following the open house, we had a volunteer celebration. On April 18th, we hosted a special luncheon to honor our amazing seniors, celebrating all they do to support our students and community. Moving on, I will be talking about promotions. From April 28th to May 2nd, cadets were promoted across various ranks, from cadet to captain. During second semester promotions, we had a total of 450 cadets advancing this semester. Now, I will be moving on to athletics. CIF volleyball. On April 29th, the volleyball team won their round 1 CIF match against Coachella Valley High School. This means that they are advancing to the second round of the playoffs. Now, I'll be talking about Memorial Honor Detail, otherwise known as MHD. On May 1st, the cadets participated in the Memorial Honor Detail, paying tribute and honoring those who have served and sacrificed for our country. We had an usher team of 10 cadets, a rifle team of 7 cadets. In additional units, we had an HD commander, bugle player, shell girl, and an S5 taking media pictures. Moving on, we had the Cinco de Mayo celebration. On May 5th, we celebrated Cinco de Mayo in the NPR with delicious food, lively dancing, and fun games. This created a vibrant and festive atmosphere for everyone who attended. Now, on the same day as the Cinco de Mayo celebration, we also had Teacher Appreciation Week. From May 5th to the 9th, we recognized Teacher Appreciation Week with the food truck on campus as a small way to thank our teachers for all they do for us students. Moving on, I'll be going over the blood drive. On May 8th, ASB organized an amazing blood drive, giving students and staff the opportunity to donate blood and make a meaningful impact. Next, we had College Signing Day. On May 9th, celebrated College and Career Signing Day, recognizing students as they committed to their future colleges, universities, and career paths. Now, I will talk about passing review. On May 14th, we held our passing review where cadets performed at their best despite many challenges faced during preparation. It was a memorable event, made even more special with the presence of Colonel Howers from the Air Force as our distinguished guest. Our upcoming events is graduation. This is coming up on June 11th, and we'd love for you to join us in celebrating this special occasion, as everyone is welcome to attend, and say farewell to our seniors. Thank you, and have a good rest of your evening.
Alright, that was great. 7.3. CSEA President Rosa Calban. Okay. 7.4 CMITA President Angela Behrens.
Good evening, Trustee Anaya, Trustee Hall, Trustee Stafford, Trustee Garcia, and President Campos. Greetings, Dr. Arrau and Cabinet. This time of year, last year, I as well as many of my colleagues were at the nearing of what is commonly known as teacher burnout. I was ready to leave the district. The 24-25 school year has been filled with unexpected changes that have brought with them highs, lows, and everything in between. The good point is, things have improved. I am still here. I feel stronger mentally, emotionally, as a teacher and as a person than I did a year ago standing here. One priority message I would like to deliver to you this evening is for you a request. Please work with Dr. Dodson and find ways and means to rescind the one remaining RIF for this charter and the whole district of Mrs. Martha Valenzuela, one of our counselors. Yes, she is the only RIF left. In addition to this, the Teachers Association wants to make sure and acknowledge with you that we support the quest to enlarge CMI, make our enrollment maximum higher than it is. We can accomplish so much, and we do every year, and it's measured this time of year. We would like to make those major accomplishments for more students. As for our sunshine, we have a date to meet and negotiate for the 25-26 year. It is coming much later in the year than we would have liked. Being a president of an association that has filed only one grievance in the many years of our CBA, I was forced to file 3 in just the last few months. Though addressed by Dr. Dotson, the issues lie above his position with Mr. Andrade. Hopefully, an appropriate amount of time will be set aside to address these grievances before the end of the school year. I am sure I'm not the only one involved in these grievances that would like very much to start the upcoming new year with a renewed sense of common ground and these grievances behind us. However, resolutions can only happen with a non-hostile environment where all parties are willing, able, and motivated to meet, discuss openly the issues, and find common ground. The first step in accomplishing these goals was met this past Monday when I met with Dr. Arau, Mr. Andrade, and Dr. Egan's. I want to thank you for that time, Dr. Arau. Now I seek the board's support in encouraging your charter's team to face the common grounds for CMI, its staff, teachers, and especially our students. As the president of California Military Institute Teachers Association, I'm saying enough with not meeting with us in the middle, giving equal time and treatment. Meet with us, discuss fairly, be transparent, be honest, and mean it. Let's accomplish the jobs that lay before us in a fair, equitable manner. We understand limitations and the need to be reasonable. Let's build the bridges, open the lines of communications, and stop the nonsense and unfair treatment that adds and gains ground in grievances. I don't like filing them any more than people like to respond to them. I would rather have the fair, equal, open lines instead of a grievance. Thank you.
Thank you for that. And 7.5, principal's update.
Don't be shy. Greetings. Good evening, President Campos, Board of Trustees, Dr. Arau, and Cabinet members. I don't have it. Oh. Yes, I do. Alrighty. Talking about our attendance first. Our attendance is still hovering above 94 percentage with our students, and we will be hosting a new student and parent orientation tomorrow evening and at 5 o'clock, from 5 o'clock to 6:30 in the CMI gym. See? Okay, so I just said that. Okay, so it's like Ms. Behrens was saying, we truly would love to be able to raise our cap of our students. As you can see by this chart, I'll just talk about a couple of points. Okay, so we're building our master schedule with the idea that we, with 1,080 students, I know our cap is 1,050, and we sure don't expect that we will have, right at this moment, today, before I left here, this is the updated slide with our updated data. So as you can see right now, over in the second from the column from the right, as of today, we have 1,047 students who are enrolled for the upcoming school year so far. We are still doing enrollment, and like I said, we hope to get up to 1,080. As you can see in the column that says wait list, we have 48 students still on the wait list. We have 68 students we're still evaluating their applications. So their applications are still pending. We have 48 that are on the wait list. And as you see in the second to the right column, I'm sorry, the third to the right column, you can see the open seats that we have left. In our 8th grade, we are over by 2 students, but we can still accommodate those. So open seats left at our school to capture that 1,080. We still have 33 open seats, but we have more than enough applications to fill that, and we're going to have a huge waiting list for those folks who do not show up, because we know everyone's not going to show up. So those who are not going to show up, we will backfill with the students that are on the waiting list. But still, as you can see, we automatically just declined 91 that just didn't fit the criteria. So if all of we just have a ton of students that want to get into CMI, so they're out there. So if they don't come to us, they will go to other schools in the district, hopefully. But as you understand, all of the students that come to CMI are not from Paris Union High School District. They come from surrounding districts as well. So a great percentage of them come from the surrounding districts. Okay, so our course selections for 2025-26 has been completed. We've already run the master schedule twice, and we're still working on it. So it's a work in progress. So we'll still continue working on it, making sure that all the students get the courses that they're requesting as much as we can. All right, as Captain Frias said, we had our OMI parent and volunteer recognition. We had 551 parents check in for our open house, and I wasn't there because somehow you guys were not able to clone me, so I had to be at the Avid award senior award night in Riverside with my fellow colleagues back there who were also in attendance. It was a long night, but it was good. It was good. It's great to see all of our students getting recognized for all the hard work that they're doing, and they are doing a lot of hard work. So this is our open house, some of the photos from our open house. Like I said, a total of 551 parents checked in for the open house. Which was a heck of a large crowd, and it was a very significant group, and it's my understanding that that's one of the largest events that open houses and participation that CMI's had in years, which is quite a bit. One of the proudest moments so far of my stay here at CMI is the passing review. As you all know, that I'm prior military, so watching the cadets do what they do and show off all of the things that they learned. This is what makes this school so unique, is that not only are we performing high academically, we also have this component to our school where it's just a proud moment to see that all of the work that our cadre and our cadet leaders are doing is paying off. Colonel Howard was there. She's, like I said the last time, she is the first female commander of the 163rd Air Wing over at March Air Force Base. She gave a great, Dr. Egan's was there, she gave a fantastic inspirational speech that students are still talking about, and especially our female students who were able to see that there is that female leaders of the military in some of the highest positions, and so that was a great sight for not only our female cadets but all of our cadets. We and I want to give props to Ms. Nelson because I attended this play that Death of a Salesman, but it was a spoof, so it was Death of a Hot Sauce Salesman. Which was great about this play is that the cast did such a wonderful job knowing their lines, and the neatest part about this thing, I wish you guys could have attended this, was the audience participation. You had to pay attention watching this play because you were apt to be called on to answer questions. So so I didn't realize that until the questions started asking. So it shrunk down a little bit. But they knew I was in attendance, but they spared me from asking me any questions. But I did pay attention. So I could have answered some of them. But I just want to say Ms. Nelson did an excellent job getting these students ready. And it's not like we have a drama class. This is a drama club. So all of the rehearsals and everything happened after school, on the students' time and on Ms. Nelson's time. And so we give a great round of applause for Ms. Nelson because she did a wonderful job. Like Captain Freya said, these are some of our reclassification ceremony, and Dr. Arouse was there for the reclassification ceremony. We had a large group of EL students to be reclassified. It was a great celebration to honor all of the students who worked so hard, our English learners who worked so hard to do so well on the test, to move up and become English proficient. So I mean, just this outstanding job by all of our teachers and all of our students to get to our students to this point. Roll snuck this slide in on me. I didn't know that it was there. But these are our upcoming events. So tomorrow we have our our new student parent orientation, and that goes from 5 o'clock to 6:30. That'll be in the CMI gym. On the 22nd, we have the 27th, we have a senior awards night, and that will be at 6 o'clock in the CMI gym. And of course, you all are welcome to any of the events that we have at CMI, but we hope and pray that you will bless us with your attendance at our graduation on June 11th at 2 o'clock at CMI. And that is one of the things that I would like to thank the Dr. Arouse cabinet and the board for allowing us to have CMI's graduation on CMI's field. And that's the end of my presentation, pending any questions.
I do have a question. You mentioned raising the cap. Did you have an idea of where you want to go, and what do we have to do to help out?
So really, the only thing that you really have to do to help out is say, yes, you can raise your cap. And so I would like to see our cap raised to 1,100. It's only at 1,000. It's at 1,050. If we can get it to 1,100, and then we can see from there, we can see if we can grow further. But I don't want to say 1,500, because we just don't have the capacity, we don't have the space, and nor do we have the staff for that. And I do know that with Candace gone, I do know that with the additional students will be additional ADAs, so that'll bring in funds to pay for any additional staffing that we need.
And on average, how long is the charter good for when it's rewritten?
6 years.
5 or 6.
I'm not sure, so I'll get back with you on that.
I appreciate it.
And I do know that we're in next year is we'll be
due date.
rewriting our charter.
Thank you.
So I had kind of wanted to follow up. So I know you're looking at 1,100, but what do you think the max capacity is? I'm not saying it's going to happen or when, but if obviously you said 1,500, not possible.
Not with the size of the
Well, not
spaces
right,
that
not
we
with the
have.
existing buildings
Exactly.
and right. But what do you think would be with what we have now without adding anything, the max capacity?
I would say between 1150 and
1,200?
1200, yeah.
And then, and I don't know if this would help with the numbers, but I'm noticing that you guys have a club. Have we accessed any Prop 28 monies to get or to look into hiring, say, a full-time drama teacher? I mean, that could add to the student population. But I just didn't know. Obviously, if it's a club, we do have Prop 28 funds, which are for visual performing arts.
Right.
Because obviously, if that was successful, and they did it basically on a club club budget, maybe look into that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how we've spent all of our Prop 28 money, but I do know that when there's a need, if we can accommodate that, if it fits in with the numbers, and I know that's different funding, so just kind of something to throw out there, because if it really was something that did a good job, and why not do that throughout the year and actually have a course and and the good news with you is you actually have a larger pool, so you can have elementary productions, you can have middle school productions, you can have high school productions. So it'd just be something to kind of throw out there and see what we can do with that. So
Every school that I've been at, the drama teacher has included a little role in the play for the principal, not ours. She didn't do that.
Wait till next year.
Anyhow, I think I agree 100% with you, President Campbell. So
yeah, just a thought. I mean, because that could eventually lead to growth
absolutely.
in student population as well as positions, and we'll have to figure it out. But obviously, the funding at least would come from a different source outside of the general fund. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, 8.1, invitation to address the Board of Trustees non-agendized items. Are there any public comments on non-agendized items?
Yes, we have 2.
Thank you. Before we get into that, I'm going to just read something. Individual speakers shall be allowed 3 minutes to address the board on each agenda item or non-agenda item. The board shall limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. With board consent, the president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public presentation, depending on the topic and the number of persons wishing to be heard. In addition, the president may take a poll of speakers for or against a particular issue and may ask that the additional persons speak only if they have something new to add. And so please, and those of you guys who come up, you have 3 minutes.
Do you want one?
Kimberly Nelson.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, that's what.
Good evening, Board of Trustees, Superintendent, Cabinet members. Thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight and share some news and reflections from our campus. Let me begin with some exciting news. I want to highlight the outstanding progress of our ELA department. We want to brag that 61% plus of our 11th graders have met or exceeded the standards on the SBAC. More data will be coming as the dissemination of scores continues. Our ELD department We have 45% of our students have reclassified this year. And with a level 4. And many of those have reached that 1,000 Lexile that they need to reclassify. The success has created a new but positive challenge for us, determining which electives these kids are going to get next year. But this is a great problem to have. We're enthusiastic about the opportunities ahead for all of our students. I also want to recognize the resilience of our 11th and 12th grade students. Despite being removed from their ELD classes by parent request, many of them knew that they could come back to me for tutoring support when they struggled with work in other classes, and they did. And they succeeded. Many of them have literally a B or higher. Their perseverance is commendable and deserves to be acknowledged and celebrated. Next, I want to express my sincere appreciation to this board and one of the most impactful decisions, and I believe one of the best decisions made for CMI. Under the previous administration, we lost much of our military discipline, which defined our school. Policies like a minimum 50% for, as I put, butts in the seat or attendance, and other rigid grading mandates created a disconnect and frustration between classroom practices and real-world expectations, as we, the teachers, were still expected to prepare students for life beyond our school walls. So thank you for Dr. Dotson. He was a great decision. Today, under Dr. Dotson's leadership, the climate has changed, the culture is shifting. Teachers no longer feel intimidated or restricted, but rather are feeling empowered to truly help our students become productive citizens. While our military discipline isn't fully back to its former level, students are learning the connection between actions and consequences. This renewed accountability is reshaping our campus in meaningful ways. Once known as the darling of Riverside County, these results are now seeing CMI's reputation being restored. We're once again receiving requests for cadets to serve in honor guards, community events, and service roles. These renewed connections and community partnerships are signaling a promising direction. However, despite our progress, I must voice a serious concern that continues to weigh our community. When our students and staff succeed and represent CMI with pride in the community, the district is often eager and proud to share in our accolades. But when it comes to meeting with the real and pressing needs of our campus, we are too often reminded that CMI is not part of the district, and I know that my time is up and I will hurry. This inconsistency and disconnect is not lost on our students, our staff, or families. We also face ongoing safety concerns. Some classrooms still contain asbestos, simply covered with tile and carpet. Damaged door frames, makeshift repairs like metal braces on split wood, and faulty door stops compromise safety and security daily. It's important to remember CMI pays to use the site and access many key districts services, including human resources, risk management, maintenance and operation, among others. In essence, we are tenants who contribute financially and deserve equitable support. While most district schools have received major upgrades, new buildings, sports facilities, such as tracks and other modern facilities, CMI continues to operate in World War II era buildings originally constructed when this site was part of March Air Base. We're not necessarily asking for new structures right now, but a new turf field and track would greatly benefit our student athletes and improve student safety. We are simply asking for fair treatment and equity. Furthermore, we understand that as a charter school, we operate with separate funding, but any investment in our site enhances district property and benefits the broader community. Ultimately, these issues impact our students' safety, focus, and morale. In closing, we are proud of the progress we've made and thankful for the support and leadership, but we are also asking for your full partnership, not just in celebration, but in resources. CMI is a proud part of this district and the surrounding community, and our cadets deserve facilities that reflect the high standards which we expect of them. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Cindy Lopez. Me gustaría empezar pidiendo un traductor y me gustaría que cuando hagan el board meeting también pidan un traductor porque pues tenemos también el derecho de hablar y que nos escuchen de una manera digna.
Claro que sí, señora. Vamos a tener eso en consideración. y para la próxima vamos a tener el traductor. Ahorita, at this time, who helped us last time? I think it was Mr. Santos, right? Yeah, Mr. Santos, are you here? You did such a wonderful job and very precision. Yeah, thank you, sir, for your help. We really appreciate it.
Not a problem, my legs asleep though.
You guys
really knock us in back here, so.
Yes, stipend.
También me gustaría que me dieran un poco más de tiempo porque pierdo tiempo cuando me traducen. Si me dieran la oportunidad.
Claro que sí. Can we give some extra time? Thank you. Sí, señora, le vamos a dar extra tiempo.
6 minutos en total.
El doble.
Muchísimas gracias
6 minutos.
por su consideración.
Claro que sí.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Cindy López. Les agradezco su tiempo por escucharme y porque tienen la empatía de ponerme atención a lo que estoy hablando en español.
Good afternoon, my name is Cindy Lopez, and thank you for the time that you're giving me to speak. You guys are usually very empathetic and give me that time to be able to speak with you.
Soy mamá voluntaria en diferentes comités de CMI y el día de hoy me presento delante de ustedes porque en el meeting pasado nos presentamos pidiendo un campo de fútbol.
She's a parent from CMI, and last time she addressed all of you, she was addressing you guys because there were some concerns with regards to the football field at CMI.
Esto para la seguridad de nuestros estudiantes y nuestros visitantes.
And it was for the purpose of security for our athletes, those that came from other schools, and also for our students.
Pero pensé y me di cuenta que no solo necesitamos eso, también necesitamos mantener a los estudiantes en CMI.
I also realized during this time as she was doing some research that it's also important to look at considerations for us to be able to keep students at CMI.
Y no permitir que salgan de nuestra escuela por falta de recursos y que se vayan al distrito de Valverde.
And for us to be able to keep our students within our school so that they're not leaving to other districts because of lack of resources to a district like Valverde.
Porque en este caso no solamente pierde CMI, también pierde el distrito de Perris todo el presupuesto que es destinado a los estudiantes.
Not only does CMI lose students, but also the district with what they bring into the district financially for the district.
CMI se ve como una escuela bonita, única y exclusivamente porque tenemos un gimnasio.
¿Lo puedes decir?
CMI se ve como una escuela bonita únicamente porque tenemos un gimnasio.
CMI is attractive and looks beautiful because of the new gym that they have at CMI.
Pero si ustedes entran se van a dar cuenta que cada salón de clases tiene muchas necesidades.
But if you come inside the CMI, you're going to realize that there's also more classrooms that need help and support.
En este tiempo que viene la temporada de calor, muchos niños van a pasar calor con el uniforme porque muchos salones de clases no tienen funcionando de manera adecuada el aire acondicionado.
Many of our students at CMI are going to be suffering because the lack of air conditioning units that are currently installed at CMI.
Lo que necesitamos es una escuela nueva.
What we need is a new school.
Una reconstrucción en nuestra escuela. Imagínense y sueñen con una escuela de 2 pisos.
A new school, hopefully that could be a consideration to have it be 2 floors.
Esto duplicará la cantidad de estudiantes que tenemos en este momento, porque si ustedes no lo saben, hay una lista de espera grande y a veces la lista no puede enseñarles realmente lo que es, porque la gente sabe que es difícil entrar a la escuela.
This would hopefully enable our school to be able to have more enrollment, and if you don't already know that there's a long wait list to be able to get into CMI, and hopefully our CMI can benefit from increased enrollment.
Imagínense todo lo que podría beneficiar el distrito de Perris si CMI fuera una escuela con una mayor capacidad, una escuela tecnológica y una escuela que formara a los soldados del futuro.
Imagine what CMI can become if we had more of an emphasis in technology and also more training for future soldiers.
Ese es mi sueño y se los expongo porque sé que ustedes son las personas adecuadas para hacer la inversión correcta en el lugar correcto.
So she wanted to share this with you because she feels that you guys are the right people to be able to hopefully be able to take into account what she's recommending and hopefully make it happen.
Y con esta reconstrucción, todos ganamos, los niños, la escuela y el distrito.
And with the total reconstruction of CMI, everybody stands to benefit, the students, the district, and the parents.
Sé que no somos hijos legítimos del distrito. Nosotros somos adoptados, pero un padre justo siempre procura a todos los hijos de la misma manera.
We know that we're kind of not treated like biological children. We're more like adopted children in the district, and we know what that feels like. But the right parents should always care to be able to treat everybody equally, their kids equally.
Nuestra escuela siempre le ha dado orgullo a ustedes y lo seguirá haciendo si ustedes la regresan a ver y le dan lo que realmente necesita. Nuestra escuela les ha dado mucho orgullo a ustedes y lo seguirá haciendo si ustedes regresan a ver a nuestra escuela.
Our school has been a source of pride and has made all of you guys look good, and hopefully you could reciprocate also the same level of care in exchange for the pride that you guys feel when you talk about CMI.
Esta escuela y este distrito me ha dado mucho. Una ingeniera, una persona en el Air Force, el futuro ciberseguridad. Me ha dado una actriz de teatro que la ha desarrollado, la maestra que le ha enseñado, le ha quitado miedos, depresión, ansiedad. Eso es lo que necesitamos en nuestra escuela y en todas las escuelas. Salud mental. Y este tipo de cosas es lo que lo da.
The CMI and the district has provided a lot for my family. She has an engineer, she has a student that's in theater, thankfully because of one of the teachers who teaches drama, I think has helped her come out of her shell and get out of depression.
Mi hija es Air Force.
Her son is also in the Air Force, and they really have reaped the benefits of the great programs that CMI has to offer.
Yo siempre voy a agradecerles a todos ustedes y a la escuela y siempre contarán con todo mi apoyo. Muchas gracias.
She is always going to sing your guys' praises for everything that the school has done, and she will continue to do so, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that, Mr. Santos. We appreciate the translation. 9.1 consent calendar. Approval of the consent calendar items. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Anaya. Please vote. Upon the vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Moving on, 10.1 discipline, April 2025 monthly suspension report. And then moving on to action items, 11.1 personnel, certificated personnel action items. Do I have a motion? So moved. Thank you, Trustee Hall.
Sorry.
Second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Please vote. On a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 11.2 personnel, California School Employees Association and its California Military Institute chapter number 778 submits its initial proposal to negotiate with the California Military Institute for the 2025-2026 reopener negotiations. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford. Okay, for now, the public hearing to receive comments regarding the initial proposal to negotiate from the California School Employees Association and its California Military Institute Chapter 778 for the 2025 school year and 2025-2026 school year is now open at 6:41. Are there any public comments?
No public comments.
Thank you. Okay, the public hearing is now closed at 6:42 p.m. And there is a motion by Trustee Garcia and a second by Trustee Tappas to accept the California School Employees Association and its California Military Institute Chapter number 778 proposal to negotiate with the California Military Institute for the 2025 and 2026 school year. Please vote. Upon a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 11.3, personnel. The California Military Institute hereby submits its initial proposal to negotiate with the California School Employees Association and its California Military Institute Chapter number 778 for the 2025-2026 reopeners negotiation. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Do I have a second? I'll go ahead and second. So Campos on the second. The public hearing to receive comments regarding the California Military Institute's initial proposal to negotiate with the California School Employees Association and its California Military Institute Chapter number 778 for the 2025-2026 reopener negotiations is now open at 6:43. Are there any public comments?
No public comments.
Thank you. Okay, the public hearing is now closed at 6:44 p.m. There is a motion by Trustee Garcia and a second by Trustee Campos to accept the California Military Institute's initial proposal to negotiate with the California School Employees Association and its California Military Institute Chapter number 778. Please vote. On a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 11.4, business approval of health and welfare benefit increase for California Military Institute management employees. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Hall. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Anaya. Please vote. On a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 11.5, business authorization for purchase of capital equipment above $10,000, May 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Hall.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford on the second. Please vote. Upon the vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Moving on to informational items, 12.1 curriculum, new middle school English course, Advanced English 8. And then 12.2 curriculum, new VAPA course, Mariachi Ensemble. And 13.1 other items by the superintendent.
Thank you, President Campos. I just want to take the opportunity to say thank you to Dr. Datsun and all your staff for inviting me to the reclassification event. It was wonderful. We saw a lot of parent participation. The percentage of our students being reclassified is wonderful, it's great. So thank you and congratulations to all the students. Also, I had the opportunity today, as a matter of fact, working with Dr. Dodson and his team, and we can say that we are ready to have the graduation of the class of 2025 at CMI.
What? Oh, okay, thank you so much, Dr. Rouse. Other items by the Board of Trustees? Trustee Anaya?
No, that's it.
Oh, okay, thank you, sorry. Trustee Stafford?
Just like to thank the parent that spoke up today about all different sorts of things at CMI. I understand that we are, or have looked at the football field, and I think you're going to be safe for your graduation. As you know, my office used to be right behind CMI, and I was there just about every day when I worked for the district. For graduations, normally we would use that field when I was working. So you have bleachers to move, and I'd just like to remind you, sometimes there are resources within the district that you can borrow from other schools that might cut your cost, if you're looking to do something like that. There used to be stages and all different things. They're maybe sitting in a sea train somewhere. So maybe for next year, take a look around, see what's there, or talk to the other sites. When we opened a new school, we had to really get creative, find furniture and things like that. So there's things out there that we don't realize are. So that's just an M&O tip. So thank you for everything you do, and now see you at graduation.
Trustee Hall?
Yes, I just want to also thank the parents for speaking up. I'm looking forward to watching CMI grow and to be part of that. So it's very, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. So hopefully we can all work together and put on a plan that we can just see CMI just take off. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Trustee Hall. Trustee Garcia?
Definitely, first I'd like to apologize to the families, the school, the staff, everyone involved with CMI. We apologize, and I'm speaking on behalf of the board for the lack of attention we've given you guys. I know it's been our commitment since we've all come together to make CMI a priority, and it has been. And as your principal knows, we've been doing in-depth research with the help of the cabinet, and we found out so much that we didn't know before. And I could assure you, we have asked, when you guys stepped out on the last meeting asking about the fields, and I asked for a cost analysis, which I've been told that's coming to us. The number is not accurate just yet, but we're almost done with the cost analysis. We are working on everything that you've asked for, the football fields, the soccer fields, the baseball fields, everything, whatnot. I know I'm not mentioning everything, but I need you to know we're addressing everything. I've had many conversations, and the superintendent, cabinet members, other board members have had meetings with Dr. Dodson and people from the government on funding for your campus. We've talked about restructuring the school. We talked about rebuilding the school. We talked about adding to the school. We talked about relocating parts of the school, additional parts off campus of the school programs. So everything you say is being heard. When we hear it, we take action. And I want to commend Dr. Dodson and Dr. Rouse for putting so much time and effort to accomplishing everything that we've asked. Not only things that we've asked, but they've gone above and beyond. So you heard tonight about him talking about the benefit cap. We've raised that concern, and we've talked about looking into the future about rewriting the charter. So right now, the ideal number, what we were suggesting, was let's be innovative. We're talking about raise the cap to $1,500, or not that, $1,500 for now, and adjust accordingly. Because we know the charter, it takes a while for the charter to be written and whatnot, and get approved through the state and all the other people that have to do all the checks and balances with that as well, including us. But everything you've asked, we're trying to address. And if we don't, we ask that you email us. But first, we want you to go through the proper channels. CMI is not like we once thought it was. So I understand the feeling of being treated like a stepchild. That's not the case. That's not the case. We're trying to navigate through that and cut all that red tape so we can make it right. I'm not saying that we're trying to make it a part of the district, because there's so many ideas right now. We just have to find out what's right for your campus first, and what's right for the kids that are attending that campus, and how we better educate them. Other things we talked about, I know I'm going on this, but you guys need to hear this, and it's important the parents hear this. We've talked about the curriculum, we've talked about the programs, we've talked about the military, what roles they have. We talked about military equipment being located on the campus, such as Humvees, helicopters, other programs, the aero industry, simulators, stuff like that. We're talking about as much as we can think about. So it's not a dream. This is reality. We're talking about it. We're trying to get as much momentum. We're even asking for your help. We're trying to find donations, people who are willing to donate and give to CMI. So there's a lot more that's being done with the help of Dr. Arouse and Dr. Dodson and Cabinet than that we're talking about. So please, don't think they're just sitting there and not doing anything. We're also addressing your budget, the deficit spending your campus has been doing for the past few years. There's so much, and I want you to take that to heart. We're considering everything. The campus, ma'am, that you want a new school, we want a new school too. Not only do we want a new school, we want to build it up so we can have maximum capacity. So the word is in the community that other people from other cities within Riverside, San Diego, San Bernardino County, they want to come here. California Military Institute is the largest military program in the state of California. You think we're going to sit idle on this? No. We're going to take us to the future. That's our goal. That's our commitment as this board. So I want you to know you've been heard. And that's all I have to say. Thank you, everyone.
Primeramente, señora López, gracias por su comentario. Y quiero decirle que para nosotros nos da mucho orgullo sabiendo que sus hijos han ganado los beneficios de la tendencia en estar en CMI. So, muchas gracias por eso, por su comentario. Yo sé que es difícil, no es muy fácil nomás para llegar ahí y a decir lo que necesitas decir. So, muchas gracias. And I want to touch on some of the things that Trustee Garcia said. Number one, obviously there's a lot of great things going on at CMI. It seems like that's a regular kind of update that we get, and we're proud of it. And the one thing that I think people kind of just, and we're learning too, we're learning a lot of different things about kind of the structure of what and where CMI is at and what we're trying to do. Now understand, things don't move as quickly as you would like, as we would like. But like Trustee Garcia said, there's conversations being had, and we're trying to kind of sift through everything to understand kind of the relationship and make sure that there isn't that feeling of, an adopted child or a stepchild, however they may view that. Because I know sometimes that has a negative connotation with it. And I agree with the parent. My son-in-law is adopted, but he's loved by his parents just like anybody else. And so I think sometimes that there's that negativity that's out there about that, and we hope that that's not the feeling in the general community, because we want to make sure. Now there are certain guidelines that we have to work under, being a dependent charter, and we're learning these things at the same time. So it's not like we had all this information, but I think moving forward, I think everybody kind of understands where CMI is at and what we're trying to do to improve the situation. Because if we can increase things, obviously she mentioned how theater made a great production, or played a great role in her daughter's life with the mental health piece, and obviously today, showing that presentation, and there's ideas, and these things kind of come up on the flow and on the go, and so we don't know how to kind of address them until they come up. But obviously, today I think there was, I don't believe in coincidences, I believe in divine appointments, and I do believe that, with her mentioning her daughter's role and what she's benefited on that theater program, Dr. Dotson kind of telling us the importance of how that was, that production went, and it just being a club, and then understanding our role and saying, hey, well, let's try to connect the dots with Prop 28, and because that's what it's for. It's to hire personnel. At least 85% of it, of those funds are supposed to be that. So, I mean, there's just a lot of things, and I do know that if there's a number one advocate, it's Trustee Garcia. When we were in Washington, D.C. a few weeks ago, we happened to see Congressman Takano walking by. And sure enough, he beelines it to him, and he says, hey, Congressman Takano, how can we work on getting us some funding at CMI? And he kind of caught Takano off guard. And, he kind of listened. We got information from the staffers because we didn't know how they could, as the federal part of, we're there to advocate on the federal funding and different things going on. And so, he was trying to just kind of calculate and figure out, okay, how can we do this federally speaking? Because we do have, and he did mention that, we're trying to reach out to our local assembly people to try to settle things if we can. If there's funding at the state level, federal level, I think the bottom line is we don't care where the funding comes from. Whether it's federal or state, we're advocating for it. And so that's the important part of it. And so just know that, everywhere we go and we're networking, doing different things, CMI is always on our heart. It's always on our mind. We're always trying to figure out how we can do things to improve the situation. Unfortunately, there's certain things we can do, certain things we can't do. And we're kind of limited to budget. But all that stuff, like Trustee Garcia said, is kind of being worked out, and we're going through the process. And so all we can do is just, hey, stay positive. Let's hope for the best. Hopefully things will work out the way we start looking at budget things and, how you spend it, what you have to spend. So with that, thank you just for your patience, for everybody kind of understanding the unique positions that we're in, and that we have to make decisions. And sometimes they're tough ones, and we don't necessarily, they don't make us feel good, but sometimes those are the decisions we have to make. But know that we're always looking to at least improve the situation whenever we can, and with whatever position and authority that we have. But, that's pretty much it. And I wish you guys a great, oh yeah, go ahead.
I apologize. I do have one more comment. Mr. Dodson, when you get the opportunity, I would like to connect with you because there's a letter I would like to send to the White House about your school. So that way we can try and get some attention. So we can connect and do that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think that pretty much, and one of the things, we have a new position that, and I know we haven't talked about it, but, we're trying to get people out there, staff, that is making connections within the community, and that's what kind of Trustee Garcia was mentioning. So we're looking to hire someone that's going to go out into the community, build partnerships with the community, with the businesses that want to participate and work with us. But again, and those are the kind of things that come up from conversations, from public comments that we have, and we're trying to just advance into the future. A lot of us don't know how that works, but we're digging around trying to figure that out. And so just know that there are some new and innovative things coming up on the horizon. And so hopefully you can just be patient and, you finish the rest of the year out. And if you will be here next year, hopefully we'll have, other things to say. So for me, thank you very much. I apologize for being a little lengthy on that, but that's pretty much it. 15.1, future board topics. Anyone? Okay. 15.2, adjournment. The regular meeting of the sorry.
No,
Go ahead.
I just want to remind Dr. Rouse that the community also wants to hear the request about the cost analysis we asked for. So if we could get that by the next meeting.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, with that, and by the way, and I forgot to mention it, but Trustee Stafford, thank you for the comment about the stuff that we have, because I think a lot of us don't know what we have, and I think the more information, the more we share, the more we talk, the more we find out, the better we can kind of move forward.
You know what? Since you brought that up, can we do an inventory request for CMI as well?
Sure.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. 15.2, adjournment. Regular meeting of the California Military Institute for May 21st, 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford on the first and Trustee Garcia on the second. Please vote. On the vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed, and this meeting is adjourned at 7 o'clock. And by the way, have a great Memorial Day weekend coming up, so thank you, and obviously to honor those who have served our country.